Look, folks, let's look at what's going on. McDaniel is facing an impossible task. That's what's happening right now. McDaniel is facing an impossible task because he's incompetent. We're asking him to go with a team that has a mediocre defense, inconsistent top receivers that drop the football, a coach that is inconsistent himself on how he calls a game, a special teams unit that you can't really count on, a kicker that you really can't count on. You got a lot of issues. His team is never prepared. His team always is making mistakes in key moments, killing drives, killing opportunities. And when does he stop the bleeding? How many times does Mike McDaniel beat good teams? This has been a problem for the Dolphins for 25 years. But, okay, this is the latest coach to inherit this job. And really, let's be honest. No one believes in Mike McDaniel anymore as a Dolphins fan. If you do, you're just lying to yourself. You don't really believe in the guy. So he doesn't have a history of winning against good teams. He doesn't have a history of having a team that plays smart. His teams are rarely ever prepared. And the Bills dominate him. So where am I supposed to feel like this guy can overcome the impossible task? Really, I'd love to know that. Because if you're talking about that, you're just lying to yourself. Writers are going to try to, and you saw a little bit from Furones and from Perk. Well, if you win this week or what, they got to sell the hopium because they've got to sell the papers. You know what I mean? They can't flat out come out like I do and just say, dude, season's over. You don't have the coach to get this done. You saw it. The adversity hit, and Mike McDaniel folded like a cheap tent. You saw it when Tua got hurt that night. Mike McDaniel folded like a cheap tent. You saw it the first year he was here. He had no idea what down it was in a playoff game. The long history is there with Mike McDaniel. For 2.5 years, we have watched this man make incompetent move after incompetent move after incompetent move. Incompetence is putting a brace on Jalen Phillips' knee, who already had a repaired Achilles on that same leg, and send them back out there. That's incompetence. He shows incompetence in everything he does. Going for that field goal last week, incompetence. You know who Jason Sanders is. It's early enough in the game. If you can't get that yard, bro, you don't belong in this league. And you've been running, so let's go. And the decisions are endless on how incompetent he is. So we're asking Mike McDaniel to complete the impossible, to do the things he never does. Win against good teams, play respectable football, beat the Bills, make good decisions in game. Hell, he won a challenge last week. That means he's going to lose the next 8 or 10. That's how bad it is. It's not like he figured it out and he's going to start winning his challenges. It's not like he's figured out that, you got to run the ball more. We don't know that yet, but it's been a nice 3 weeks. But knowing him, he'll abandon it on Sunday and have Tua just throw 50 times. We're asking Mike McDaniel to do what he's never done. We're asking Mike McDaniel to be what he's never been. So if you're still sitting there thinking, waiting, or praying for Mike McDaniel to become a respectable head coach, you got a long ways to wait. In fact, it's never going to happen.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.